Our Algebra 2 objective today is to add and subtract rationals with a common denominator and find the least common multiple. To add and subtract rationals, we have to remember like terms. Remember, same variable, same exponent. We have to remember to keep the denominator the same because everything today is going to have a common denominator, and we're going to change subtraction problems. So problem number 1 is 6x plus 7 over 5x plus 2 plus 6x minus 1 over 5x plus 2. So denominators are the same, so we keep it the same. So I'm just going to bring that over so I don't do anything else with it. Now I do my like terms. So on top I have 6x plus 6x. 6x plus 6x makes 12x. Then 7 and negative 1 makes 6. And there's my answer. Number 2. (9x squared plus 3x over 6x minus 1 minus 5x squared minus 3x over 6x minus 1. Now remember I said subtraction problems have to change. And what I meant by that is that you change the minus sign to plus, and you change everything after it on top. So that becomes negative, that becomes positive. And now we do our like terms. 9x squared and negative 5x squared makes 4x squared. 3x and 3x makes 6x over 6x minus 1. X squared plus 3x plus 7 over 2x minus 7 minus 5x squared plus 3x over 2x minus 7. So it's a subtraction problem, so I change. And then when I put my like terms together, x squared and negative 5x squared makes negative 4x squared. 3x and negative 3x, those cancel each other so we don't write anything. And then plus 7 over 2x minus 7. Okay. So the next thing is least common multiple. For least common multiple, or LCM, you factor everything. And then find what they have in common and the leftovers. So the LCM is what they have in common and the leftovers. So it's what they have in common and the leftovers. So problem number 1, 8x cubed y squared and 10x to the 4th y to the 3rd. We break 8 down. 8 is 4 and 2. 4 is 2 and 2. So 2, 2, 2. X cubed is x, x, x. Y squared is y, y. Do the same thing for 10. 10 is 2 and 5. And then x, 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 x. Y, 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 y. 3 y's. Now we find the stuff they have in common. They have a 2 in common, so I bring it down. They have an x in common, so I bring it down. Another x in common, so I bring it down. Another x in common, so I bring it down. They have a y in common, and they have another y in common. So after I bring everything down that they have in common, then I go back and I bring down all the leftover stuff, all the stuff that's not circled. So I'm going to bring down another 2, and a 5. Then I'm going to bring down another x and a y. And then I multiply all this. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 5 is 40. X, 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 x is x to the 4th. Y, y, y is y to the 3rd. and there's our answer, 40x to the fourth, y to the third. Now if you look at those variables, x to the fourth, there's x to the third and x to the fourth in our problem. There's y squared and y to the third in our problem. We took the bigger group. So for the variables, it's the bigger group. And you can mix and match. You can have x's from one problem, y's from the other. It doesn't matter. So let's look at another one of those. Number 2, 45x to the third, y to the eighth, and 27x to the sixth, y to the third. Now I know my variables right away based on the shortcut that we just went over. X to the third and x to the sixth, well 6 is bigger. Y to the eighth and y to the third, 8 is bigger. So that's the variable part of our answer. Now for the number part, we do factor trees. 45 is 9 and 5, 9 is 3 and 3. 27 is 3 and 9, 9 is 3 and 3. So 3, 3, 3. Find what they have in common. They have a 3 in common and a 3 in common. And then bring down the leftovers, the extra 3 and 5. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, 27 times 5 is 135. So your answer is 135, x to the 6th, y to the 8th. And your homework for this day is a worksheet that you'll have to pick up in class.